Hello, B pharmacy students, those who are having pharmaceutical analysis paper back. So you observe my these two videos. Okay, yesterday part 1 video I had uploaded on 10 marks questions with how to write that answers, and in this video inshallah we will discuss about 5 marks questions, and those questions are very important for your examinations. With a trick how to write those answers for the particular question. So watch this video until last. Maybe this video will be helpful for you. See the first question: explain the principle and procedure involved in the Volart's and modified Volart's method. Give Fajans and Morse method. See, first I will tell you here what they will ask in the question. They will just directly ask principle and procedure involved in the Volart's method and modified Volart's method. This is one question. Either they will ask Volart's method, or they will ask Fajans method, or they will ask Morse method. In Morse method, one category is there. What that category? I will tell you later. You don't worry. See, first question: Volart's or modified Volart's. For this Volart's or modified Volart's, what you have to write means first you define precipitation, titration. Then you go for the principle, procedure of Volart's and modified Volart's method. What they ask now? Simple. If you write this means you will get 5 marks. Now they will ask write the Fajans method. Then what you have to write means same. You have to write what is precipitation titration. Even though they are not asked here precipitation titration, but you have to write precipitation titration. You have to write. Then Fajans principle you have to write. Then procedure and reaction also very important. Okay, keep in mind. Morse method. Morse method if they ask means you write same principle, reaction, procedure, everything. Okay. Now the next one is enumerate the techniques of minimizing errors. This question also asked in 10 marks. Okay, definition you have to write about the errors, then techniques, 10 techniques. 10 marks we discussed in yesterday's video. First question only this one. Next one is define and explain principle of complexometric titration. Very important question this is. You have to first here define this complexometric titration, then you write the classification. Okay, classification of that complexometric titration, like blank titration, direct titration, indirect titration. 4 complexometric titrations are there. No, you classify that. After that you write the estimation of calcium gluconate. Okay, if the page remains means 3 page you have to write compulsory for 5 marks. If half page remains means you write the examples of the complexometric titrations like EDTA. Okay, these EDTA examples you have to write it down to cover the page. Next one is our fourth question. Are you hearing? No. Just you write down these one. These all you have to write down. Then only you can score good marks. And you don't worry about the 2 marks. 2 marks, inshallah, I will upload in the description. That you can go and observe the 2 marks. It's enough for your examination. With suitable equation, explain the principal assay of sodium chloride. See, this one I am telling. Here, what you have to write means if they ask the with principal assay of sodium chloride means just you directly go for the Morse method. Morse method by highlight. Just to write the Morse method means you will get the 5 marks there. Assay of sodium chloride they have asked. In assay of sodium chloride and Morse method both are same. Means this Morse method's example what you are writing no principle, procedure, reaction, that is assay of sodium chloride. Got it? Then explain the term of absolute, relative error, accuracy and precision. First you have to write your error. What is this error? Then classify them. Just classification you have to write, then explain this term. It's enough. Next one, explain the principle and procedure involved in the estimation of calcium gluconate. Very simple. You write the principle, procedure of calcium gluconate, and uses also very important here. Uses also very important. Write minimum 5 to 6 uses. 7th, explain what is co-precipitation and post-precipitation with example. See, here you have to write first what is this precipitation. You write that. Actually, it only comes under the precipitation titration. It comes under the gravimetric titration. But you are observing the curdiness there. Okay, curdiness or precipitation. First, you have to write this precipitation. Then you write the co-precipitation. Then you give. Then you write the post-precipitation. And in co-precipitation and post-precipitation, some types are there. Explain those types with example. Clear? Then explain the conductometric titration. Define conductometry. Very simple. You write this conductometry. Classify those conductometric titration. Same conductometric titration is related with the neutralization curves of the acid-base titration. Both having a similarity between them. Okay, like strong acid, strong base, weak acid, weak base, strong acid, weak base. These all 4 titration you have to write. But sometimes they will ask You write the conductometry titration of strong acid and strong base. Then with a graph, you have to write it down. And also, you remember one thing, conductometric titration, conductometry, polarimetry, these all with definition and applications, advantages, disadvantages, you remember that all. Maybe sometimes they will ask that one. Next one is explain the construction and working of glass electrode, advantages and disadvantages of the glass electrode. Very important one. Here you have to write directly you go for the construction. Means construction means that only diagram. After that you write the working of that. Sorry, not working, you write principle. After writing the principle, you go for working, then advantages. If possible, you write the disadvantages. Next, give the construction and working of a DME. DME is nothing but dropping mercury electrode. Very important, it comes under the polarography. You first write here, define polarography and just write the construction, principle, working, everything. Then explain the working of calomel electrode. Very important. It is also known as a mercurous chloride electrode. You have to write your construction, principle, working, advantages and disadvantages. You go for the synonym, this one. Then explain the assay of barium sulfate by gravimetry. Very important one. If they told you, if it tells you to write a note on gravimetry, means then you write just barium sulfate assay. Okay, some assay is there, procedure is there. You go through that procedure, and here this question is every year they will ask for 5 marks. This one on gravimetry, either they will ask co-precipitation, post-precipitation. But only once that co-precipitation and post-precipitation was asked. But in major, many times they asked this one, gravimetry, like the assay of barium sulfate. Procedure. You go through that. Then 13th one, explain the construction and working of glass electrode. See, glass electrode, we discussed now that one, the same. Define polarography and application, enumerate the Ilkovic equation. See, sometimes what they will do, they will tell you to write the enumerate or derive the Ilkovic equation, that is for 5 marks. Then you have to write that all. Definition, 6 lines of polarography is compulsory. Application you write, then just you write the Ilkovic equation. You have to remember the derivation also. Sometimes they will ask for 5 marks. In the year 2021, maybe they have asked the derivation of the Ilkovic equation. Go through that. Then with a suitable example, explain masking, demasking, ligand, chelate in complexometric titration. Just here you have to write the complexometric titration, then example you give. Then you write some of the terms. That terms, each term should contain the 6 to 7 lines. Go through that. Yes, my dear brothers and sisters, our next the question. That is the 16th question. Question number 16. Explain the construction and working of standard hydrogen electrode. This is also known as primary electrode. Okay, they will ask either standard hydrogen electrode or they will ask by primary electrode. So here you have to define potentiometry, then reference electrode. Means reference electrodes are there, no, 3 types of reference electrodes. Primary electrode, it is also a reference electrode. Primary electrode, then a secondary electrode. Primary electrode means this standard hydrogen electrode is a primary electrode. Then secondary electrode is that. These all are the reference electrodes. You write here primary hydrogen electrode, construction you have to write, principle you have to write, then you have to write the working, application. Next one, note on universal and mixed indicator. This is also very important question. From top 4 questions, this question will be there. Okay, universal and mixed indicator with your example and uses also very important. Yes, my dear brothers and sisters, these are the very important questions for your pharmaceutical analysis, 5 marks and 10 marks. Yesterday we had uploaded 10 marks. In this video I had uploaded 5 marks. Go through these questions and also find the trick. Just apply these, means definitely there is no problem, no chance of year back. I know many students, those who are in 4th semester, they are requesting me, sir, please pass my pharmaceutical analysis, sir, from 3 years, from 3 sem I am writing this, but I don't know what to write. I write, but the evaluator won't give me the marks. What's the problem? Why he won't give the marks? Means this is the major problem. Many students will write the answers. They know. Yes, I know, man, you know everything, but you don't know the techniques and tricks. You write just what they ask. No, you have to write some little more to get the accurate marks. For 5 marks, I am not sure that you will get 5 to 5 out of 5. But absolutely you will get 3 marks or 3.5 marks. In 10 marks, I am not sure that you will get the 10 marks. No one will give you 10 marks. But here, definitely they will give 7 marks. Maximum 8 marks they will provide for you. So my request to you all, you follow these guidelines. Inshallah, you will pass your pharmaceutical analysis paper. Thank you.